Welcome to Love Your Coaching. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to talk about coaching programs. Most coaches, once they get qualified, offer coaching in a couple of different ways. They either offer one-off coaching sessions, which you can book in and out of whenever you feel like it, or they offer bigger, more rounded coaching programs of a number of sessions. I think it's really good to be able to offer those choices. It's really good for coaches to be able to say, if you'd like a single coaching session, please contact me. If you'd like a series of coaching sessions, let's sit down and discuss how it'll work. So at Love Your Coaching, we offer a couple of different types of coaching programs based on the length. So I'm going to talk those through, and I'm also going to talk through some optional extras you can add into your coaching program. And I think these apply both for the internal coach, perhaps the leader who is coaching within their organization, or the internal employed coach who coaches whoever they're given. And it also applies for the external coach who's offering and selling coaching services and coaching packages. I will put a link in the comments below to the flyers that we might send out that outline some of these coaching packages. So all of our packages have a simple and quite similar shape. They will always start with some sort of setup. So we would tend to start with what traditionally is called a contracting session. We like to call it goals and partnership. Contracting, with all due respect to technical folk, contracting does sound a little bit formulaic, but goals and partnership is slightly richer. And it is a conversation. It's not just agreeing about paperwork and how things are going to work and the pricing. The goals and partnership session is a session for the coachee to be able to talk about what they want to work on, to be able to talk about what they want to achieve in their coaching. And it's a bit of an opportunity for the coach and coachee to discuss how they're going to work together. By the end of this session, the coachee will have a sense of confidence and a sense that this is the right coach for them, or perhaps not. I've put timings, but they're very flexible. They're rough. We do paperwork and a questionnaire. Sometimes we send it before the goals and partnership session, but sometimes those goals and partnership sessions happen spontaneously. So we have to be able to do it without the questionnaire. The questionnaire might look at goals, might look at specific areas they want to work on, might look at their previous experience of coaching, and it'll be useful and rich information that both coach and coachee will be able to use. We then get into our full coaching sessions. And for this shorter program, I'm suggesting 3 coaching sessions for between 45 and 60 minutes, with, in the UK at least, or in Europe, a nice gap of between 2 and 4 weeks. Enough time for them to get some work done on the basis of what they've decided in their coaching session, but not too long. I think if you have a gap of 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 10 weeks, it can drift a little bit. So these 3 full coaching sessions will be working on whichever topics they had identified in the goals and partnership session. Then we would like to have a review. And the review, I think, tends to work best probably a month or a couple of months after the final session, because it gives a really good opportunity for the coachee to have fully embedded their final actions and to start thinking about how they're going to manage things post-coaching. Not that they've become over-reliant on us, but they may have been getting used to using coaching as a way of navigating some of the challenges and opportunities they've got. So the end of program review gives them a good opportunity to really be able to take beyond the coaching any thoughts and feelings and ideas. This is a great starter program. It's good for coaches who are new in their practice. It's also good for coaches who are relatively time poor or time limited or budget limited, because it's just a tight 3 sessions in the body, 1 to start and 1 to finish off. But if you want a longer coaching program, we keep this as a frame, but we do some other bits in it. So we obviously have our initial goals and partnership session. After the questionnaire, we introduce this next element that we call a coaching plan session. The coaching plan session, the idea of that is that the coachee will have sent a questionnaire and have started to think in the widest context about what they want to get out of their coaching. And this coaching plan session is an opportunity for coach and coachee to help draw out some of these topics, to help them think about what the topics they want to work on are, and to at least provisionally come up with a plan for the sort of things that they will work on. This session, we then write down what the topics are going to be, and then before each coaching session, we ask the coachee to choose one of them to work on. The topics almost invariably change, but it's a really, really good starting point. This coaching plan session can be merged with the goals and partnership session. You can do the two together. That works really well. And on our coaching demo playlists, you'll be able to see videos both of the coaching plan on its own and merged with the goals and partnership. Again, I'll put the link in here below. After the coaching plan session, we get going and we can have longer amount of sessions. So we would probably suggest this, 3 full sessions as per the shorter program with a nice gap between the two. But after the first 3 sessions, probably a little check-in. Just informal and just brief, but perhaps a check-in to see how things are going, what's useful, what is the coachee learning, how much benefit are they getting from the coaching. We can bolt it on the end of the 3rd coaching session if that helps, if our coachee would like that as a time saver. We then have 3 further full coaching sessions, again up to an hour, and again with that nice 2 to 4 week gap. And by this time, our coachee has had 6 full coaching sessions and 3 lighter check-ins, goals and partnership, planning, other sessions. So they have had a lot of coaching. Often we work with school leaders, head teachers and senior leaders, and this type of thing is likely to take the best part of an academic year with all of the gaps. So we do like to finish it off well with a really decent review. And for this longer program, there's no problem with the review being quite a bit later, maybe 2 months later, maybe 3 months later, when everything has bedded down. And it will give them the option to be able to really see sustainable change that they can put. And of course, it's an opportunity for us as a coach to be able to share a nice appreciation and acknowledgement for all of their hard work and all their effort over a whole 1-year coaching program. So this is our longer program, really suitable for senior leaders, really suitable for people who want to engage fully in coaching. It works really well. We've done it with all sorts of people, not just senior leaders. We've done it with students. We've done it with people in early stages of their career. We've done it with professional coaches, many other people as well. So you've got 2 models. You've got the longer and you've got the shorter coaching programs. I'm going to share a couple of optional extras, other things that you might think about building in, not with all your coachees, but perhaps periodically, perhaps if time and opportunity allows. So some optional extras that I like, the idea that sometimes, especially for workplace coaching, that follow-up sessions aren't necessarily always full coaching session. You might have a full coaching session of an hour, and then you might meet 10 days later and have a 20-minute review. A review, how do they get on with their actions? No new topic to work on, but an opportunity to review and see how they've gone with the actions, what's changed, what's still left bubbling away. It's a really nice thing. I've seen that done a lot in the workplace environment. You might have an extra. You might have an extended coaching session. I've got friends of mine, coaches who live in places like the South Downs or in Brighton, and they might have a walking coaching session, or they might have, sometimes people call it a VIP day or a day out, a longer period dedicated for that coachee to really work on longer topics and looking at a bit more self-awareness and sustainable change. These are nice extra offers. Or you might have some focus sessions. Here's some other things you might do. You might have a value session where you get a coachee to really reflect on their values, maybe take some feedback from family members and friends and colleagues to pick up on what their values may be, and then do some work on their values. Perhaps you do an insights or a Myers-Briggs or a strength inventory or one of those type of psychometric tools. And one of your coaching sessions is dedicated to helping do the debrief, helping them understand themselves and understand what it is about their personality and the way that they operate that's useful for themselves and colleagues, and what may need to change. Really nice for people who already have got a psychometric. And you might find that if you're supporting your coachee that they're going towards an event, maybe it's a presentation, maybe it's a job interview, maybe it is management of a big project. And you might find that there's some coaching sessions around the setup and the organization and around the debrief to find out what went well, what could have been changed, particularly for things that are high pressure or high stakes. These can be really nice and really useful ways of using extra time because there is already a coaching relationship, because you already have some coaching skills. Don't have to do any of these. I would think most of the coaching that I do, these things don't come in, but sometimes they do. And it's nice to know that you feel skilled enough to be able to do that. So as we come to the end of this video, I hope that you found that the idea that you've got a range of different ways of organizing and structuring your coaching programs with your coachees gives you something. But probably more importantly, that it gives your coachee something, that it's a way of them seeing that they've got choices. They can have a shorter program, they can have a longer program, they can have a few additional extras. It gives you a chance to do your best coaching with them, because you get to learn to know your coachee well. You get to join the session by session, and hear the themes and pick up what's important to them. And it means that you get to help them come to some really good and strong and meaningful outcomes, which is, of course, what we want to be able to do with and for them. There are demo videos, and there will be on coaching plans, on goals and partnership, and I will talk through each of those in detail on other videos. But I hope you enjoy setting up these type of coaching programs. I hope it goes really well. Have a good day. Happy coaching.